Hello everyone, and welcome back to Pathologic 3. Previously, we've completed the intro, the prologue, and now the investigator has questioned us about Day 5, which is where we now see the Bachelor, trapped in jail in Day 5. So far, we haven't actually seen new content, because this was all included in the demo so far, and so was this portion we're about to play through. But we should see some new stuff, pretty soon. Alright. This is a section we have played through that was available to play in the demo. I didn't think that this would be included in the full game, at least not immediately. But, yeah, as soon as we escape this district, we should have some new stuff to see. I came here for a breakthrough, and I was broken. Riddle me this. What place has an entrance but no exit? This ill-fated town. You came for an immortal, but the immortal is dead. I hardly remember why. Everything is a blur. Do you deserve this? I'd say I'd fallen ill, but unfortunately I'm a doctor. This wretched town drains your strength, drop by drop. Just fall into a deep sleep. Will it always be like this? This despair isn't yours, I swear. It's the local herbs messing with your head. Medication, coffee, tobacco, any stimulant will work. Better to wind yourself up into mania than struggle on like this. We'll discuss the harmful side effects of stimulants on your health another day. Hey, you! Let me out already! Mania and apathy. Apathy and indifference are constantly rising. To move faster, fight apathy by increasing mania. Let me out! Ooh, darkness. Capella, hello. The end of the beginning. I'm never leaving this place. They trapped me in this bloody town. Now I'm trapped in a jail cell. Darkness. Shouldn't have wasted time dwelling on it. All is lost. I failed at everything I tried to do. Hello, Capella. The character trophies? I can't wait to see everyone's character trophies. They're so good. Capella, Victoria Olgimskaya, daughter of Fat Vlad Olgimsky, local magnate and master of the town's industry, blood of his blood. Local kids named her Capella for her ability to point out the celestial map in the night sky. I heard she holds some inexplicable power over the town, but I dismissed it. That was a mistake.
The children no longer remember me.
Oh, I love Capella. I can't wait to see all of the kids again. Out, out, living soul. I expected a different kind of jailer. I am a mistress. Well, a future mistress. But I think you'll agree that future and past are relative concepts. Mistress of what? Ceremonies? Puppets? The Copper Mountain? Is that a reference to something? You're funny. The mistress of this town, I suppose. But I'm not here to talk about myself. Why don't you, instead, tell me how you're feeling? I don't have the plague, if that's what you mean. I can see that. You can just step out of that cage. Just like that. Just like that. When you go up the stairs, you'll understand why. But first, I need to know one more thing. Why did you come to our town? I researched the nature of death. I was told you have an immortal man among you, Simon Kain, but when I got here, he was dead. So what are you going to do now? I've been trapped inside this box, but I know what's outside. An outbreak. Death. And death, even in the guise of a mundane germ, is my enemy. Therefore, I'll do my job. You're a brave man, but perhaps it's all connected. Immortality in a deadly disease? That is possible. You know, Bachelor, my father envied Simon, and Maria Kina will always be my enemy, so there's no love lost between our families. And yet, I must help you. I don't want to. I must. Otherwise, the town will suffer. That's why I've come here early and waited 4 hours until you decided to wake up. Oh, I think I've been sitting in this jail cell for 4 hours, just, feeling terrible about myself and my actions and everything that's led up to my failure by day 5. You could have knocked on the door yourself. I know where to find the last person who saw Simon alive. His name is Stock Rubin. I've heard about him. He's a colleague of mine. One of few around here. You haven't just heard about him, you've worked with him. Or you will. I'm not quite sure. I'm not so sure of anything anymore. He's a doctor. He has a hideout in the warehouses. Look for him there. Yeah, this was one thing that we were told in the demo and that we were given a quest marker for, but the demo only lets us go to a certain place later. Not this. So if I get the chance, I'm running straight to Ruben. I want to see what's over there. How do you know where his hideout is? The way you say it, it doesn't sound much like a secret. I'm not just a mistress. I'm Vlad Olgimsky's daughter. My father owns half the houses and very nearly all the people in town, and the warehouses, and the ground under this jail. Fine, I'm in no position to turn this down. But you won't be able to go there right now. While I was waiting for you, something bad happened. Something bad? When you go up those steps, you'll see. Mother said that a true mistress stands out by her timing, and here I am. Right place, but too late. Maybe I'll never become a true mistress. Well, yes, you could have helped me sooner. Let's see. Last thread. The doctor Stanislav Rubin might know something about Simon Kain's life and death. If only I could reach him. Was that added to the map? Yes, but I don't know the exact location, even though I do know the exact location. But I don't know the exact location, actually. Alexander Savarov, governor of the town. The Sabarovs are the load-bearing bones of this town. Hard, dry, and colorless compared to the other two ruling families. Order rested upon them. When I arrived, Governor Sabarov pinned all his hopes on me, and hated me for it. He thought the star from the capital would show the Kains and Olgimskis how dangerous overreaching ambitions could be. Alas, that star proved to be another dreamer.
My hands are bound. You're in luck.
Denkovsky, before you ask, I allowed the girl in. She is Olgimsky's daughter, and she interceded on your behalf. But even if she hadn't, I wouldn't have kept you here. You threw me behind bars yesterday, and today you're already setting me free? What a mercurial tyrant you are. What were you detained for? I tried to leave the town, but your trap worked just in time, and I wasn't let go. You committed the most heinous crime a doctor can commit. You tried to abandon your patients, to flee the town, and save your sorry hide. It was a despicable act. If I could turn back time, I wouldn't do it again. You can't go back, and you can't undo the past. Today, the plague has reached the backbone. Behind the thin walls of this building, death rages. We've boarded up doors and windows, but the plague fumes are seeping in. You and I, we have mere hours left. The outbreak has reached the town hall? There have been many cases of criminals surviving the sacking of a besieged city and prisons. A prison is also a fortress, but our fortress lacks food and water. Outside, we are presumed dead. Know this, Denkovsky. I wanted to punish your cowardice. That much is true, but I did not want you dead. I am sorry. What do you mean presumed dead? 2 days ago, a decree was issued declaring all people in infected districts to be presumed dead, not to be rescued unless they call for help with signal bonfires. A folly without a protective suit. You can't venture into the miasma let alone light the fires. So officially, you and I are dead. What kind of insane, cruel decree is that? 5 years ago, Isidor Burakh made the same call, and I'll only take criticism from a doctor who manages to save more lives than he did. To get help, we need to light the bonfires? We should organize a sortie. The miasma already seeps into the rooms of the town hall, and you want me to open the front door? No. Our only chance is to barricade ourselves in and pray for a miracle. Well, I have a device, a prototype. It disperses miasma. With it, I can get through the infected district. A device? Are you surprised? No. Your gadgets from the capital are just as unreliable as you. I won't unlock the main entrance, risking contamination of the town hall, just because of your novelty lighter. And your alternative proposal is... We bide our time, hope for the best. Katerina wouldn't be scared. Katerina. A brilliant plan, thanks, but no thanks. I'd rather do something. You said the plague is already in the town hall? Where? The far room. We've locked it already. Give me the prototype back. I'll clear the contamination in the far room and prove to you that the device works. Fine. Your device should be in the main hall. Confiscated items are also there on the counter. No one has disturbed them. Take them. After that, they'll unlock the far room for you. But if you fail to clear the miasma there, you won't be let out. I wonder if I can fail. That's interesting. I don't think so, actually. Glad you've listened to reason. Whoa, what is this noise? My decision echoes in the future. Wait, did I just make a decision that will affect future things? What? That's kind of like how in like choice adventure games, it's like someone will remember that. Like to tell you that that choice actually mattered. That's really interesting. Wait, I can look at day 4? Hold on, what did that say? Okay, this wasn't in the... Scroll out, I want to see the full wheel. There we go. I don't think these day 4 mind map dot bubbles was available in or all these descriptions were available in the demo. But we have day 4, which ends abruptly at 3 p.m. Let's see, where does this start? Here, maybe? My kingdom for a horse. The final preparations for the escape are complete. At the station, I'll have time to jump into the last car. The town is a trap. I feel sorry for this town, but it's doomed. My life's work is more important than me, and more important than a tiny step settlement. The deal. I can already see the train on the tracks, all ready to depart. Bad Grief didn't cheat me. Alright, so Grief had some play in Daniel attempting to escape the town. Stench. Damnation. The car's filled with plague corpses. It's a trap. Out. Out. Not the end. Common patrolman grabbed me and threw me behind bars. I'll get out of here yet. They'll see. Nobody's coming. Looks like I'm spending the night in the prison cells. Oh well, tomorrow they'll learn who they're dealing with. So Grief organized a train to come, but I guess it could have been a trap? It was filled with plague corpses. This is our new one, False Freedom. The district is infected. People have barricaded themselves in the town hall, but the miasma is already seeping in. Think, Dunkovsky, think. Well, the miasma can wait a little bit while I peruse my thoughts. Day 1, in which the calamity can still be prevented. Do we have thoughts here? Are these just the ones I already saw today? I think so. Yeah, this looks about right. What about day 2? No, we don't have any day 2 thoughts. Day 3? Nope. Well, day 2, in which the Bachelor disturbs the earth twice. Day 3, in which the bell tolls. Day 4, in which the Bachelor will grab the only remaining thread that may lead to Simon Kain. Day 4. Day 6, which is not the end yet. Day 7, in which the Bachelor will remember his close ones. Oh god, what happens on day 7? I mean, this could be something about Platon or Seraph and Seraphima, but I also know that something terrible can potentially happen with Ipa. Day 8, in which the Bachelor falsely considers good. Day 9, in which the Bachelor performs his occupational duties. Day 10, in which the hospital is closed down. Day 11, in which some thanatological theses are being practically proven. Day 12, which could be the first day, depending on the perspective. Okay, let's get the prototype. I guess I should speak to these people first. But yeah, here's Town Hall. If you're unaware, the entire game has gone over a huge makeover? Renovation, including Town Hall. A lot of indoor buildings. And this is our new and updated Town Hall. Very different from Pathologic 2. I'm begging you. Tell them to open the doors. Everything's locked. We're trapped in here. Are you totally out of your mind? Use your head. You think they lock the doors for fun? Have you seen what's out there? It's like the last days of Sodom. And Shabnak Mara walks on her clay legs. My friend's stuck outside. We were together. I managed to slip inside, but he... What's going on outside? He's a goner. Forget it. Your friend's gone. The whole district's doomed. There's plague fumes everywhere. No air to breathe. We're doomed too. Simple as that. So why is everyone standing around like nothing happened? Why is no one doing anything? This is what's being done. The quarantine dictates that infected districts must be sealed off, and that's how we ended up here. Whoever came up with the quarantine rules is a real idiot. They've locked themselves in the town hall with that decree. We're cut off from everything. All the doors are locked. They've walled us in and left us for dead. And who is this genius who is in charge of the quarantine? Someone or other. Could be anybody at this point. A chicken with its head cut off could do better. Seemed like Olgimsky Jr. was calling this shots at first. There was talk of a vaccine, even. Then some big shots started issuing those ridiculous decrees. Isn't there a doc from the capital here? Isn't he overseeing the emergency command? I heard that doctor lost his nerve and tried to skip town. Disgraceful. How could someone look themselves in the mirror after that? That's exactly what I'm saying! I feel sorry for him. I understand the fear. I'd run too if I could, but it's too late now. I only regret one thing. Who's going to water Miss Zoya now? Who's Miss Zoya? My poppy plant. My beauty. Oh, she just started blooming. Bright red flowers. Oh, so pretty. And now she'll wither. My poor child. Whole town's at the brink of death and you're worried about a potted plant? I feel bad for everyone, but so what? Is it Miss Zoya's fault? I should have watered her when I went outside today. If I don't make it out alive, promise me you'll look after her for me, okay? She needs watering every day, just a little, but it has to be done. I suppose I promise. You know what just occurred to me is the fact that this reveal that Grief set us up as we tried to escape from the town would have been a really good reveal to play through. But instead we've already been told about it. Like, imagine we get to escape the town, similar to the running away with the Glaya in Pathologic 2, and then we find the train, we board it, and like there's a aha moment, like, wow, we could have actually trusted Grief, this shady guy. And he actually set up a train for us to escape, and then we find that it's just full of corpses and then the guards catch us. I mean, I'm sure maybe we will get to play. There's the prototype. We will get to play through that scene, but it just won't hit as hard. I'm gonna need to take some drugs soon, it seems. The prototype. We have 20 charges. Prototype. The experimental device can disperse infected air. If I can clear the assembly hall, I'll be let outside. Surely it can't be worse than a morgue. I also need my confiscated items, which I know is back here. Morphine crystals. The watch. I didn't trade it away, so it's interesting that I still have it. I wonder if you can actually lose it then. In that first scene. Well, I mean, in the first trading section. I also don't remember what I had last on me, but we're also like time skipping from day 1 to day 5. But surely I had a bunch of other stuff too. Which is something I'm also wondering about. Because like if I'm collecting things and I'm moving on days, then like I guess I should make sure to use my items. Because then I'll lose them when I traverse time and days and whatnot. Alright, before we deal with the plague... Oh, there's probably some thoughts to have around here. Especially with this thing. The minute hand is an arc. The hour hand is a semicircle. The second hand is a gear. Or is this not a clock at all? Wasn't there a line somewhere about Simon having all kinds of weird devices like this? Anyway, we have someone to question back here. You guys ready for another trophy? Whoa, a bull! And a moo! Vlad the Younger. Vladislav Olgimsky, son of Vladislav Olgimsky, the factory owner, heir to one of the 3 ruling families. One could imagine the autonomy he enjoyed living under his father's shadow. He thought his father's power could be gently modernized through reform. He kept up with contemporary thinkers. He put his faith in progress, and as his reward, the dirtiest of tasks fell onto him. I wonder if there'll be any bulls when we actually see Fat Vlad.
They call the abattoir a longa. That word means 4, doesn't it?
Hi. You, spoke abruptly, I feel. Anyway, hi Vlad. You're looking different, just like all the other character models. Again, I think they've changed the lighting for like the 3rd time. So I'm still getting used to the everybody just looking different in their talking head mode. What options does the town have when there's no vaccine or cure? When there's neither hospital nor doctors? Isolation and quarantine are our only tools to slow this plague's spread. Hold on, are you the one who issued the decree not to rescue people from infected districts? Everyone is saying I acted as Isidor Burakh did 5 years ago. They can think what they want, but they're remembering it wrong. My measures were not so harsh. Isidor Burakh I think it's supposed to be sealed off? Isidor Burakh sealed off the plague districts with no chance of escape. I, at least, told the orderlies to keep an eye out for bonfires, to give those trapped behind the cordons a chance. I understand the logic behind it, but the measures should be granular, not district-wide, and why bonfires? What do they guarantee, pray tell? An infected man could light one just as well. It's a primeval belief, one might say. She can't tolerate fire. She's either afraid of it, or, in contrast, drawn to it like a moth. I found this symbolic. Please keep in mind, our orderlies are simple folk. They need a convincing omen to compel them into plague fumes. Convincing to them, not you or I. She can't tolerate fire? You mean the plague? The sarcasm is unwarranted. The plague feels alive, even to me sometimes, let alone the orderlies. If you spend any time with us, you would understand. And I was just beginning to respect you. Be that as it may, by the 3rd day we realized the scale of this catastrophe. The town needed saving, and I was ready to propose concrete measures. And here we are. I will soon pay with my life for my actions. Oh, I'm sure you will. More like your father's actions. Surely it was he who placed you in this prestigious position. I will soon pay with my life for my actions, as will you for your inaction. I am not a proud man, Demkovsky. 2 days ago, I 2 days ago, I waited for you at the Emergency Epidemic Committee meeting. If you wished to take matters into your own hands, I would not have stood in your way, but you simply didn't show up. You're a brave man, Vlad. You actually tried to do something. I won't let you die. Vlad the Younger. Is it this one? I let power slip into the hands of those unfit to wield it. The consequences are plain. I think I can also... Yeah. I can look at the decrees what Vlad got up to. This is in Russian, by the way. I would have thought that this would be updated, but maybe that's just the version I'm playing. Surely it will be. Foolish, short-sighted decrees. Or just inexperienced to the point of criminal negligence. If I held the power in this town, I would have wielded it more wisely. Oh, I can actually look at his decree board. It's vastly different from what I just saw, though. It looks like Vlad issued one decree on the third day. Variation of the population. It immunized townspeople with Olgimski's new remedy to combat the sand pest. Did it work? I don't know. There was a critical event here on day 5. Surge in incidents. Authorities tested an experimental treatment on the townspeople. The experiment was a failure, led to an increase in contagion. Perhaps this is a note I should take. This is something I should take note of. Let's not do Olgimski's remedy, because it will not work out and even worsen the town. All right. Ooh, more loot. We could always use more loot. Pen, cigarette case, nutshells. Anything else in here? This? That one's empty. Oh, let's go deal with this miasma that's seeping in. Perfectly fine for me to walk through it, though. 19. Those are the charges remaining. I think you just need to do like 3 bursts in here. Yep, that clears it out. Ooh, loot. I love loot. They plan to develop on the other side of the river. It's just a tiny little town. The Impossible Tower is a dominant landmark. This is a very interesting map. I wonder what that other mega structure is supposed to be. And there's a chess set? The fastest checkmate is in 3 moves. If played the same way, they run this town.
Yes?
What's that smell? The smell of science. Your contraption works. Let's assume as much. Is it enough to traverse the infected district? I hope so. Fine, let's assume that too. Listen up. You need to make it to the southern exit of the district. It's guarded by It's guarded by orderlies. The other exits are either sealed off or being guarded by vigilantes. Best avoided. I don't remember this. By vigilantes, you mean a mob armed with sharp sticks driven mad by fear? Got it. But first you need to light several bonfires. More than one. That's important. Again with the bonfires. I'll just tell the orderlies that there are living people trapped in the district. I'll be standing in front of them as living proof. I've said it already. This is how it's been since the first outbreak 5 years ago. If there are fires burning in an area, that means there are still survivors, still able-bodied and healthy. Only those are worth saving. We were ordered not to bother with small pockets of doomed people. But you're suggesting I light all these bonfires by myself, to deceive your own system? It's not my system. We issued the decree in haste and panic. If I survive, I will overturn it. Okay, here's my question. So, assuming I don't show up to the town hall meeting and I don't take charge of issuing decrees, why is it that Vlad takes it? Why not him? He's the governor of the town. Well, either way, if we survive, I'll be the one issuing decrees. Fate in my hands. Oh, this seems to mark the end of a quest? Maybe? Clearly, I'm getting into stuff. I have been permitted to go outside and risk my neck for the ungrateful. Ah, the joys of true freedom. Alright, let's get out. Let's see, how the Plague District differs from the demo. Signal bonfires. The district is infected and sealed off. I can only leave if I light several bonfires. Chicanery? Oh, it's leading into a new quest, I think? When an infected district goes dark, it's considered beyond salvation. By Elgimski's decree, everyone inside is dead. 5 bonfires are what's needed to convince the orderlies to uncork the district. Not 3, not 4, 5. The sound design is different from the demo. To start fires, you need matches on hand. These are our quick slots. There's one. Was that not lootable? I guess I imagined that. The quarantine isn't working. The porters are lying nearby. I won't spread panic, though. There are a few things I want to take a look at that was in the demo. First of all, there was a supply crate down this way. Also, we can conserve charges by simply not taking the main road, which has always been the case in Pathologic. The main road is kind of a trap. But yeah, these supplies are still here, which is very useful to me. They're bare bones, though. Oh, there's another bonfire I can light. I also want to look at one of the other district exits to see these writing folks. The bull is a local cult. It resembles a bullhead. Adna. What is that over there? I guess I can spare a few charges. Corpses. These were brought in today. The disease is working fast. There's something blue over there. Maybe the exit gate? This is new. That is a swing set. What was the button? It was F for a match. Two bonfires. He said there would be riding people here, but oh yeah, there are riding people. Actually, I think these guys were in the demo. Anyway, stand your post, men, I suppose. Well, there's one more thing I want to check out. We should probably take some... Let's munch on some coffee beans. We're moving kind of slow. Anyway, I believe over here is the staircase. Have I gone past it? Things are different. I think it should be in here. I assume kids to trade with don't appear in infected districts. There's some trash cans I can kick.
Forgot that there's so much of the world.
But long time Pathologic 2 players should know that there's a cache up here. A children's cache. This feels different. Did they change the structure of this? Oh, maybe not. And it now reflects this. Oh, there was a few packages I've walked by. Interesting. Anyway, very interesting. I wonder if we'll see more children's caches like that, or if it's just serving as a sort of Easter egg, because it does feel very Haruspex. Here's another bonfire. I know there's one more at the exit, so let's head there. I touched a little bit of plague, but it's okay. You can touch a little bit of plague as a treat. Well, here's another one, actually. Now they must let me out of this district. And then we should finally see something new. Wait a minute, I'm just now realizing something. The demo originally gave us, like, 3 things to do today. I remember in the demo we had the 3 quest objectives. One was to go to Isidor's house, one was to go to the Crucible, and then one was to go see Ruben. Maybe it's the guards at the exit that give me the other ones, and I'm just misremembering things.
Tired of this noise.
Oh, I'm just now realizing that that swing set is glowing blue because it gives apathy, and the trash cans glow red because it gives mania. That's a nice detail. He's alive. Boys, there's someone alive here. Barely alive. Let me out, now. And who are you? The only qualified doctor in this benighted town. We're only doing our jobs. The decree is simple. No fires, no entry. People can be saved only if the bonfires are lit in the district. Otherwise, it means they're all dead. Well, open your eyes. The bonfires are lit. Wait, really? Let me count them again. 1 fire, 2 fire, 3 fire, 5. Boys, they're survivors in the backbone. Well then, clear the exit to the district. Escort people from fire to fire. Do not deviate from the route. Hurry, and one more thing. At least wrap a rag around your face so you don't breathe in the miasma. Indeed, we'll need some kind of protection for the orderlies. It's right terrifying to go in there, but it can't be helped. Orders are orders. And you, survivor, why are you still standing there? Get out to the clean district, since you managed to walk all the way here. I yearn to breathe clean air, and not flinch at every shadow. The walls have fallen. My path through the horrors is clear to me, and the people in town here are saved, for today at least. I'm sure the inspector is loving me recounting me wandering around a plague district and lighting the fires before actually getting into the juicy bits. Route planning. Here's another thing that, if you didn't know, is incredibly different with Pathologic 3, is that there is no more open world. Every district is its own level, to think of it as, and there's a whole district, a route planning thing. The town is merely a sequence of districts, and I am the one to choose that sequence. I can choose a careful route, step by step, avoiding dangerous districts, or walk directly to my target. No need to rush. If I change my mind, I can always undo my last move or start over. Okay, this is very interesting. So we're finally deviating from the demo here. Alright, but we must check the gut first, because in the demo there was an Easter egg if you went to the gut, instead of going directly to your objective. Let's see if it's still here. It's kind of hard to explain how this system is going to work so far, but I guess you can click on a district to add a point and to click on another district to add another point and plot your route. But I can only go to the warehouses. I can't really play around with the rest of this, it seems. But either way, the gut is available. Let's go there. No! The Easter egg has been removed. And there's an NPC walking around the town, which is something I didn't think would exist. Ooh, free loot. Hello, what do you have to say? Do you happen to know if there'll be a funeral? Or whom exactly? I'm sure many people have died. Did someone close to you pass away? They say Grief was killed. Terrible. He was the last decent person in this damned place. I have heard many things about Grief, but decent person? That's a first. He provided food to families in our area, handed out bread for the children, and now he's gone, and without him, we'll surely starve. Interesting. If Grief is dead, maybe he wasn't the one who set up my failed escape. Are there anyone else around here?
Never alone. Things everywhere.
What do you want? I was going to ask you the same. What do you want? I'd like a drink. Been looking for something to cure my hangover since morning. I used to go to Stomaton's pub. He was a decent guy, would pour on credit. And now he's dead. And the place has been shut down. Stomaton's dead. Wait, Andre's dead. Okay, Grief and Andre are dead by day 5. What do you mean the pub is closed? It's open, but what's the point? Without Stomaton, no one's running a tab anymore. Only for money. And who needs that? The children won't speak to me, it seems. I've heard there's some humanitarian aid being disturbed around here. Have you heard anything about it? Unfortunately, I don't know. I'm not sure anyone does. That at all. This is a disaster. Grief was the last decent person in this cursed place. What does Grief have to do about him? Oh, I can say the same dialogue I had with that lady earlier. Provided food? Yeah, I've heard it. Supposedly he's the best man in the world. Okay, interesting. I originally thought that running around town and scavenging was something they took away from the series. But these loot crates are all around, which are just free for us to loot. And I can go inside Olgimski's. Okay, here I am. No saving? Okay, let's meet the other Olgimski. This is pretty much the same. No new interior for you. And no thoughts either. No conversations available. Known as Big Vlad, owner of the Bull Enterprise. Okay, Vlad. Can I see Capella? Will she mention me helping her leave the infected district? Everything is available. This is so different. You can't go out there compared to the demo already. No Capella. Any thoughts? Doesn't seem to be. My mania is draining my health, I'm now realizing. Perhaps I should get a move on. It's directing me that way, though. I think we need some calomel. And I think we need a quick play. Oh. Okay. You don't have a home? A quick play in the swing set. Oh, we have more conversations to have. Oh, I know you. You're the doctor from the capital, right? Do we know each other? It must be strange for you here. What kind of town is this with no schools or hospitals? It's always baffled me. Now there's an epidemic and we have no hospital. How are you going to treat people without a hospital? This guy looks really weird, by the way. I'll manage without your help. I guess you would have had the same conversation with me? I kind of am tempted to hold down the Q button so that I can see things like this. I can't leave that way. I'm heading for the You're new. You're a slightly new character model.
It was quiet in Connecticut.
Alright, to the warehouses. This will be our first time seeing the new updated warehouses in Pathologic 3. Factory man. Hey Sawbones, that you? You the big city Sawbones? A doc, I should say? Yes? Don't you fret. I'm not interested in your jingle jangle. Not worth the hassle. Just tell me straight, Doc. Am I plagued? You don't look sick. I'm serious and scared. Is it okay to admit fear to a Sawbones or doctor? Ever since I found out my Kulan had died, I've been scared out of my wits. It claimed her in 5 hours, and she was young and strong. Are you talking about your wife or your daughter? How can I marry her when she's of the kin? Or was, anyway. She left them, but was torn between the town and the steppe. I thought maybe if I quarreled with her on purpose, she'd return to her kind. Wouldn't suffer her fate no more. It's too late for that now. My condolences. Poor thing, such a shame. I don't want to die, though. Give it to me straight, Doc. Will I follow Kulan soon? Should I prepare bread and milk, or can it pass me by? Can it pass me by? So, I suspect your lover might have infected you. It's not impossible. When did you see her last? The day before yesterday. In the morning. Oh. When did she die? Yesterday? I know very little of the plague yet, but it's clear from its dynamics that one can't survive the infection for more than a day. If you were infected, you wouldn't be here. Are you sure? Oh, I would love to be able to send this guy to the hospital so that I can thoroughly examine him. But, that is a game mechanic we haven't, interacted with yet. Consider how many people have died since the outbreak began 2 days ago. The disease obviously develops very quickly. I say the incubation period is 5 to 8 hours. Oh, you've done me a service. Your math checks out, Doctor. Sorry, I should address you with respect. According to your count, I couldn't have caught it from her. Visible skin areas look fine, breathing normal. That's enough to rule out an old infection. If it takes 5 hours to burn someone out like a candle, then it's clear as day. I've been racking my brain. She was healthy when she came to me. Only her legs were wobbly after a night of dancing. Then suddenly, bam! Dead of the plague. Like that. Shows you how death sneaks up on you. Wicked, like a cut purse in an alley. Any death is wicked. That mortality is embedded into human nature itself. Is even more wicked. Such loud words of yours. They ring here, in this backwater. It's like an alarm bell, or artillery. They don't fit the scenery, like you. Okay. Can I help you? Can I help you with something, Doc? You're looking lost as a newborn babe. Lost? Am I? Maybe you can help. I'm looking for a doctor named Reuben. If I knew where he was, I'd have gone to him with my plague question. He saw the last outbreak, and was Burakh's Isidor's apprentice. But he's gone. Vanished as if the earth swallowed him. You think he's right here in the warehouses? I'll be damned. I bet I'm gonna find Reuben's corpse. I bet that's what's gonna happen. I've heard Grief is dead. I've heard Andre's dead. I'm gonna discover Reuben is dead. I'm calling it now. So that's what I was told. Alas, without an exact address. Tough luck. I'd love to repay you, but I can't. Don't know where Reuben went. You know, ask the little ones, the kids, if you run into some. They've scoured every corner of this place. They don't miss a thing. If Reuben is here, they've seen him. Alright, sounds like we gotta go see Notkin. Thank you, take care of yourself. You dodged infection once. Next time, maybe you won't be so lucky. Oh, I wanna explore! I wanna explore! Oh, a mirror. We must smash all the mirrors.
Optics, vision. Their answer is in mirrors.
Okay, but, I know where Reuben is. I know where he is. Everyone knows where he is. But I'm very curious to see what's going on in Grief's warehouse. No one's here. Render unto Caesar the things that are Caesar's. A throne fit for a warehouse king. I love that all of Artemis' clocks are here. I mean, I'm sure that maybe these clocks will actually function. Man invented the wheel, and everything rolled straight to hell once we unlocked the time-traveling stuff. Ooh, thank you, Grief. Oh, I'll have to make a sacrifice. We can leave a match. What else? I don't want to leave anything. I guess we'll pass by here eventually. Oh, that's lootable. I'll take what I can. Now, can I go straight into Ruben's warehouse? We're just gonna check. No. Well, I certainly don't have reason to go pulling on random warehouse stores now, do I? Is that... Oh, there's a scene playing out here. Is that a tragedy over there? Oh my god. Hey, mister, what's that doodad on your chest? You mean this? It's no doodad, it's a brooch. Looks more like a do-mom to me. That's the worst pun I've heard in my life. Says who? Some guy wearing a lady's pin? Enough. I'm looking for a doctor named Ruben. I'm told he's hiding somewhere in the warehouses. Haven't seen no doctors around, but we got a new boiler man lately. Fixed the furnace 3 days ago, but today it broke down again. Go on, touch the pipe. See, it's cold. It's cold, like my dad's feet. So you say you have a new boiler man? That seems like a good cover. Can you tell me where the boiler house is? Then you're walking the wrong way, dummy. Follow the pipe the other way to get to the boiler house. Round here. The pipes are ice cold. Thank you. Very cold. The warehouse children shared news. Ruben is hiding in the old boiler room. I need to find it. The closer to the secret, the hotter the pipes. Is that the hint I follow? How will I know that the pipes are hotter? I mean, I know where to go, but there's clearly something else going on here. Sweep, sweep, sweep. Anyway. Bulls? What's going on with him? He looks dead. Halt! Who goes there? Turn your head up. Look at us. What's the password? Heckety Feckety sat on a pipe. Heckety Feckety smelled a bit ripe. All the king's crickets and all the king's geese couldn't rid Heckety of the smell of damp cheese. Now say the password, old-timer. That's a version I hadn't heard before. Is the password geese? Ah, wrong. It's crickets. There's one on this pipe right now. Can't you hear him chirping? No, I can't. Sounds about right, Gramps. All your old relics are going deaf. I've seen old-timers put a big metal horn into their ears. Maybe you should try that instead of embarrassing yourself. I can hear you... Oh, I'm only 28. I suppose that must seem like a lot to a child. I don't know that we ever had confirmed ages for our healers before. The Bachelor's 28, if you didn't know. Wow! How are you even walking around? Even more so with that bald spot on the top of your head. Don't be ridiculous, I don't have a bald spot. The Bachelor has a bald spot confirmed. Not yet, but you will. I can see it all from up here. Even in the future, you'll be combing over a bald patch and powdering up your wrinkles until you look like amateur hour at a mortician's parlor. Sooner or later, we'll all be bald and in a box. Nothing to be done about that. Ha, never. I won't go bald. I don't intend to get old. I like that attitude. You could be an intern at my lab when you grow up. Fighting death in old age is exactly what we do. Sounds unlikely. I can see the future from here. A grand future where all the grown-ups are dead of plague, and we rule the town. I don't think you understand what the plague is. It kills kids, too. Oh, you think you're so clever, huh? How would you know? You a doctor or something? We don't need another one. We've already have Dr. Boilerman. The furnace broke down at the boiler house, but he fixed it, and today it broke down again. Yes, I've heard this story from one of your friends already. Now I'm following the pipe to the heated plant. It's called the boiler house. It's a house with a boiler. That's some hot plant with sap running through the pipes, I say. People believe the weirdest thing these days. He's so clueless, but he can't even follow the pipe without getting lost. Let me give you a hint, old-timer. There's a little heat left in my pipe. You need to get to where there's a lot of it. Can you remember that? I see you're a Bachelor of Physics with a thesis in thermodynamics. Thank you. Where was that kid? He kind of appeared out of nowhere. He's up high somewhere? Who was that other kid, for real? Oh my god, that is incredibly dangerous. I see how they got up there. They're living life to the fullest, though. He did say he didn't intend to get old, and I can see why. He's gonna fall. Anyway, follow the pipe as in this pipe? Is Ruben in a different warehouse? I mean, oh. Oh no! Grief! He's been impaled. I wish I could see what read what that said. Simon's murderer? If a murderer is murdered, who is to murder the murderer's murderer? Terrible scene. With the epidemic's onset, people seem to have gone mad, but the scene at the warehouses is excessively cruel, even by local standards. Oh, I guess we're talking the grief's reflection then? Bad Grief. Gregory Philin. This petty king called himself Bad Grief, an anarchist at heart, valuing freedom above all, but somehow only his own. Because of his friendship with the Olgimskis and the Burakhs, he thought he was above the law. At least he had some notion of beauty, even if it was street level. You're looking shiny. Pinned him to a wall like a butterfly and left him to die. Even stabbed him with a knife, for good measure. But he didn't die from those wounds. Do you know what he died from? Thirst. Do you have any water? What are you doing here, actor? I am no actor. I neither feel nor act. Call me a shadow, a remainder of a person, a trace, an echo, a glove left behind at someone's house, a useless thing. Really, who needs a lone glove? But it is proof that someone once was here to lose it. So I'm hallucinating. That's to be expected. Don't disappoint me, Bachelor. Madness would be too easy an explanation, wouldn't you say? Why not, for a change? Assume you really are speaking to a shadow, to a remnant of the dead. In black tights and a white mask? Really? You are a scientist, a researcher of death, so gaze into the face of a dead man. Perhaps then you'll understand why only a mask remains. Can't say I've heard about theatrical death masks from even the most exalted subjects of Thanatica. Am I the only one who can see you? No. Two others watch. One presence. Know this. If one like me is here, then the person you sought is no longer. Today they are already dead. Two others watch. That's interesting. Two more? And who presents? A good puzzle, is it not? They pinned Grief to a wall, like a butterfly, and left him to die, but it was thirst that killed him. Do you have any water? Why would a dead man need water? He wouldn't, but this throat feels like it was filled with sand, even though there is no throat left. Simon's killer. Why would they think that Grief killed Simon? I guess that's what's on the sign. When you take out the pitchforks, you'll always find someone to nail them with. When did that happen? Good question. Good question. Precisely formulated. Look around. Maybe something will give you a clue. Well then, I'll give it a try. Poor Grief! Oh! But the sign troubles me. Simon's killer? Is this the reason for such a horrible execution? Horrific execution? They left their tools behind in haste. That knife is clean, though. The blood has coagulated. This happened yesterday. The same day I was supposed to board a train. The blood trail leads deeper into the warehouses. It's Vengeance and Shadow Mask. Oh, there's a lot of weapons. I wonder if I could have witnessed this sight. Or only the results of it. Recalling this brutal execution, I seem to see beside me the embodiment of grief's posthumous fears. Which is, of course, impossible. I heard slanderous rumors about grief. But could he be Simon's killer? I must examine the body for clues. What's going on in my mind right now is this is very reminiscent of Changeling Route from Classic. If you're unaware, in Changeling Routes, the Saburovs accuse a bunch of people of starting the plague, and Grief is one of those people. So I wonder if that somehow led to this in Pathologic 3. There's a blood trail? Can I investigate that as well, like currently, right now? There's a kid to talk to over there. That's where Notkin would be. What's over here, though? Looks like the end. Let's go to Notkin's, I guess. Maybe we should put some things in our... Oh, that saves space, too, if we do that. That's good to know. There we go. We have something for mania, apathy, and... healing. Who are you? The new boiler man? Your friend said the heating boiler house was nearby. Am I heading the right way? Sure. See the smoke coming from that chimney? That's the boiler house. But the boiler man hasn't been seen in 2 days. I hope he didn't boil himself in his furnace. I hope he's okay too. Wait. This? Oh, crows. I think that's where I'm supposed to go. Okay, we have a new building to explore. I doubt it's actually going to be Ruben's warehouse, though. Also, Notkin's warehouse. Oh my god, he's alive. I'm so grateful to see that you're alive. Everyone is dead. Although, no dialogue to be seen. They have a big cage. Wonder if I'll ever see anybody in there. Alright. Cool, cool. Also, there is a children's cache back here. But instead, it's just a shortcut now, it seems. I burned through all of that stuff I already equipped. Here's the thought. Sneaking around, damn kids. Dirty crooks. Alright, this seems to be our warehouse. It even has a lantern outside, like Ruben's old warehouse. I wonder if, we really have moved now. That does seem to be the case. Ruben's prosectorium has been moved. And I wonder why. This is structurally the same building. Maybe just to throw you off from if you played the last game? That looks to be the boiler. I was just told that when I see you, I have missed someone. I sense a grandpa behind this curtain, by the way. Yeah, Ruben is dead. I called it. Ruben. Stanislav Ruben. A pathologist, one of the few doctors in this town. A straightforward and decisive man. He did something that provoked the anger of everyone. The Kains and the kin. His friends and his enemies. One of those people about whom you immediately understand. You won't live to old age. There's medicine left in the cabinet. Drugs saved for a rainy day, carefully rationed. And there you were again, Shadow. A bad sign. You're not superstitious, are you? A sign isn't bad. It only points to what it signifies. The one you came for is no more. Today, they are already dead. What happened here? He needed a hideout. Grief, an old friend, suggested this place. In the end, he even enjoyed stoking the furnace. Physical work soothes, leaves no room for thought. Only soot clings so deeply. Reuben was scrubbing it off himself when they came for him. Who are they? He never saw their faces, but he knew what they wanted. His silence. Reuben came closest to understanding who Simon truly was. After all, he was the one who pronounced him dead. He was afraid that revelation would not be forgiven. What revelation? What did Reuben discover? This is critical. Reuben witnessed a miracle, and he paid for it with his life. Will you tell me what happened or not? Was he murdered? By whom? 3 days had passed since Simon's death. Reuben hid here in the boiler room, but they found him. Silenced him. 3 days? I'm far too late. It seems someone is intentionally cutting off my attempts to learn about Simon. What do I do now? I can pay a visit to the Kains, I suppose. It's high time I spoke to the person who invited me to this town, Isidor Burakh. I should have also done that on day 1. 3 days, I'm far too late. I wonder if they're actually accusing Grief of being Simon's killer because I'm getting a lot of thoughts. Because he participated in hiding Reuben. Okay. Was this always here? Yes. Disillusionment. Stanislav Reuben, my last lead, was killed. The trail of the immortal man is lost. Shadows. I must have caught a fever. I heard whispers in the shadows, but verifying the whispers' words about the day before yesterday isn't possible. Usually this tragedian icon in Pathologic 2 would signify a quest you failed or missed. So I wonder if this is also signifying the same thing. But it's also could just be the icon showing I spoke to a tragedian. Either way, I think the case is that if I were to do things differently, I could come back and continue this plotline. Shadows have fallen. Now that all threads to Simon have frayed, I must claw at any chance I find. The local doctor, Simon's closest friend and ally, was the local healer, Isidor Burakh. Maybe he knows something of this fate. Dead end. Simon's trails run cold. Perhaps his family knows something. Alright, so these were the other objectives I was talking about. At the end of the demo, after we finished this section, we were given all 3 of these objectives at once, but we could only go here. So we have already gone here, so I'm more interested in going to go see the Kains. For some reason, it's not asking me to go see Maria. Is she also dead then? Actually, no. I know exactly where Maria is. But anyway, Simon's younger brother Victor Kain lives here. Gregory Kain, Simon's twin, works here. He serves as the town's judge. Okay, it's cool that Pathologic 3 is bringing this back. I don't think Pathologic 2 referenced it, or if it did, I probably just misremembering. But I don't think they confirmed that Georgi was Simon's twin. Did the warehouse's folks have their own swill? Abandoned alembic. Something about drugs in a case somewhere that you said? For me, maybe? To load up on? To take drugs? I want drugs? I don't think so. Wait a minute. They blocked off the exit there. Well, let's load up on some mania, and then we're gonna run over to the Kains.
Quiet.
But here we are. So then, is the rest of Hostile town. Peaceful districts are easy to pass through, but I'll have to pass through dangerous ones carefully on my own feet. Such districts are marked with color. The town is open to us now. I doubt we have very much reason to actually wander around town. It also seems that there's no entering either of these objectives without passing through a dangerous district. Anyways, I was about to say, I wonder if the town is open to us now, and it is. Okay, Plague District. If I slip it through the archway without deviating from the route, the rest of the journey will pass without incident. I can turn into another archway, then I'll have to create a new route. Oh, I see. So if I deviate from the plan I selected, the route I selected on the map just now, then I'll have to create a new route. Otherwise, things will continue as normal. Can I pass through here? It doesn't seem so. Okay, so this is gonna be... Oh, I thought that was a full barricade. It's not. I know where I am. I know where I am. I'm in the... I know exactly where I am. I know exactly where I have to go. I was very confused for a second. Uh-oh. Okay, just over here now. Oh. Okay, I clicked and that released a charge. I didn't mean to do that, though.
You're too high strung.
Here's my exit. Here we are in the Bridge Square, the polyhedrin. Wow. I don't think I could climb it, though. I'm supposed to go there, but I'm way more interested in the cathedral currently. It is locked. Okay, then. I wonder why. Well, let's speak to Victor first, I suppose. Have they redone Victor's building? They have. And we've got some new tunes to go along with this. There's a clock room. What is this door? Notkin? I mean, not me saying Notkin. Khan, hello! With the gang. It's so weird to see Khan. He barely gets any screen time. Hello, Khan. Casper Khan. Casper Kain. The Kain heir. He's holding a rifle. The Kain heir, and he has a gang with him. The Kain heir plotted his own course on the path of his family. His followers were called Dogheads. They wore beast-faced masks and lived in the polyhedrin. This way, they claimed to renounce their animal nature and approach the world of pure fantasy. They obeyed Khan blindly, hence his nickname. But Khan himself still retained the ability to doubt.
All in all, girls know better than boys. We'll leave the boys out.
Oh my god, I can't believe I'm actually going to be able to form a solid opinion on Khan because he's going to have way more than like less than an hour of screen time. With all due respect, you just keep visiting at the wrong times. Why are your friends wearing dog masks? What are they for? When you were on the way here, did you see that beautiful tower? So there's your answer. You mean the polyhedron? Is there another tower in this town? Oh, could I have a dog mask too? I could be one of you. It won't work. Your head is too big and gray, full of holes through. Nothing stays in it. You can't even remember what happened yesterday. Actually, what did happen yesterday? Yesterday was the 4th day you were in town, and it's as if you've forgotten why you've come. You're not doing anything useful either. I haven't forgotten. That's why I'm looking for Victor Kain. Is this his study? Yes. Why do you doubt it? Because Victor isn't here. Does the study stop belonging to someone when they're not inside it? That's a weird concept of ownership. As for Victor, since Mother died, he only ever goes to the Cape to visit her. So you're Nina and Victor's son? You're beginning to remember. That's good. Though it might be better for you if you keep forgetting us. You should be on guard with our family. No use recalling what we say. You'll have to divide by 0 anyway. Are you trying to say they're all liars? Uncle called it dialects. You can swindle with the truth alone, you know. The world is a deck of cards, he used to say, and the most important ones are up someone's sleeve. Which of your uncles are you talking about? The one that's dead, or the one that's alive? I don't remember now. I was little when they taught me cards. Like a baby tooth. They taught me to slip jokers into my opponent's decks, and to play dead, too. Interesting, and to play dead, too. What do you mean, play dead? It's a term in cards. Oh. When you pretend not to notice your opponent's manipulations, and it gives you an advantage. I'm curious to see what this option is going to lead to. I knew a man once who gambled his whole family away. If he was stupid enough to wager his family, he deserved it. I hope you aren't something like that. Remember, everything is a game in the Crucible, and everyone else is a joker. The cards are either marked or from a different deck. That's what Uncle used to say. I'll remember that. For now, I'll go look for your father. Interesting. This is, giving me Pathologic Classic vibes, where you're told not to trust, anybody because they're all constantly playing their own games. Appeals in vain. The Kains are a strange family. Perhaps Victor, the only reasonable member, would speak to me. Is he at the Cape then? He is. I can't wait to see the Cape. Anyway, it was nice seeing you, Khan. Also, this... I just now realized where I've seen this room before. This was shown off in a screenshot. Okay, but what's with the clock room? And then back door. And walnuts. Okay. Let's go see Georgi then. Fun running with, Khan. Oh, right, the side door. I forgot. Hi! Oh, hi to you too, I suppose. Who are you? Why are you in here? You look different. Did you get a haircut, Georgi? Oh, Kain's guard. The judge is not receiving petitioners today. Please vacate the premises. I'm not a petitioner. My name is Daniil Dinkovsky, head of the Thanatica Laboratory. I've come from the capital to conduct research. I need to speak with Georgi Kain. You should research good manners instead. After everything you said last time, you have the audacity to cross this threshold once again? You've been in town for 5 days now. What have you been doing all this time? I don't remember. Oh, you forgot? Oh, you forgot? Well, I wish you'd forgotten the way to the Crucible, but you even failed that hurdle. The judge is not receiving visitors today, and he gave special orders regarding yourself. Leave. I'll try again tomorrow. Or yesterday. And they kicked me out. Righteous judge. Georgi threw me out of his workshop without a word. Well, it seems like Georgi had a visit with Barley the Barber, it seems. Well, let's head over to the Cape now. Should be an easy walk over there, although I'm curious to see about the children who will trade with me. There's a lot of dirt on this road. Anyway, I'm interested in the staircase to heaven. I have been picking up some loot. Here they are. Hey, lanky guy. Was it your stuff our guys pilfered the other day? Yes. If by stuff you mean laboratory of incredible value to humanity, and our guys refers to the capital's powers that be. Gee, don't get all jittery. It was a test to see if you were a good one or a bad one. A bad one would have run to grown-ups to complain. You were right, though. Didn't lose your cool. Traded it all back in a whiz. That's the kind of thing we respect. Thanks, I guess. So I'll make it brief. We've convened the Children's Council and decided to accept you into our, commodity exchange. But you can't play our games. And we're not showing you the invisible cat either. The invisible cat. But trading this and that and whatnot, anytime. So, what do you sell besides stolen mechanical devices? Dirt cakes, twigs? The Children's Council can change its mind, you know. Where are you gonna get a hangover pill then? Or stinky feet cream? Or bits of colored glass? Our range of commodities is dizzying. Occasionally, someone even brings a schmouter to trade, if they're dumb enough. Ooh, can we trade for a schmouter? Thanks, I'll keep that in mind. So anyway, we hang out near tall places. Ones you see from afar, like this place right here. If a giraffe was wandering around here, we'd be hiding under it, but our winters are too cold for a giraffe. And another thing, we don't need your little clinking things. Save them for beggars. They're worthless now. Bring us good, sound commodities. Beetles and butterflies. And nuts, too. You know, some of my medicine went missing on my first day here, and now I see how you've come by the stuff. Let's see what's available. Ooh, Twireen. Recipes. And what's this? Colored glass shards. Loot box. It's necessary. Okay. Loot box of drugs. Anyway. Recipes are probably good to get your hands on. I kind of don't want to get rid of my morphine crystals. This seems like it could be a crafting ingredients later. Interesting that you don't take pens or cigarette cases or matches, even though they have a value assigned to them. I wonder who else would trade them with me. Maybe adults do trade them, and that's something they would be interested in. Although I haven't come across any adults who seem interested. Anyway, to the Cape. That's where I was going. Is Victor anywhere around here? I mean, I suppose I should go to Kina's grave. I don't think I can jump, so I'll have to take the stairs. What an ugly thing in a decaying town. It's weird. Why does it make me so angry? I don't know. Odd. He's there. Kina. Victor Kain. Pragmatist. Pragmatist. Pragmatist? Pragmatist. Younger brother of Simon and Georgi. If the Kains are the shining mind of the town, then Victor is the part of it that gathers the bricks for building castles in the air. All his life he made sure the gears of fate in this unusual family turned in harmony with one another. Perhaps that's why he enjoys assembling clocks. It seems he was the only one who could rein in the impulses of wild Nina, his late wife.
Autumn is gloomy this year.
I know. I found your brooch this morning. Remembered us standing on the pier. You dropped it, and I jumped into the water. Almost drowned, too. How ridiculous I was. Please don't say that. You know Who are you talking to, Victor? There's no one here. Oh, it's you. What are you doing here? Haven't you had enough? Are you here to argue some more, or to beg forgiveness? If it's the latter, then it's too late. It won't make a difference anymore. I've come to talk to you for real. You do know why I've come to this town. I do. The question is, do you yourself know why you've come to this town? Your son did warn me the Kains like to talk in riddles. It's the 5th day you are here, the 2nd time you're visiting us, and still you understand nothing. Georgi had high hopes for you, Dr. Denkovsky. He expected you to amaze him, and you turned out to be ordinary. You're just stagnating. I wouldn't be stagnating if you were frank with me and didn't talk in riddles. So you want us to do everything for you. You're a scientist, Dr. Denkovsky. Why the idleness of the mind? All I wanted is some clarity instead of more vague hints. You're Simon Kain's brother. You're bound to know something about his phenomenon. Death is time. The time of your life, slipping through your fingers. To defeat it, you need to tame time. Or break it. Nothing new can be made without breaking the old. That's what Simon used to say. Simon's dead. Looks like he was unable to break time. How do you know? Have you seen the body? Your way of thinking doesn't allow for a proper discussion with you. Come back when you understand. When you find a way to break time. Oh, I'm sure I'll be breaking time. I heard all the clocks in this town were made by you. Are you telling me I should wreck them? Dead end again. Interesting. So my time traveling is gonna be a literal thing. Which is something I had theorized about. But it seems like our understanding of time and breaking of it is gonna be a plot point. I deeply offended the Kains in the past, and now they refuse to speak with me. If only I could replay it all. This entire day 5 sequence is a much more drawn out failure sequence than Pathologic 2's was. It's remarkably calm here, as if nothing really matters. I want to see if that little ledge is still here, where that cache was. It would be down here. Yes, it is. And I can loot it. Okay, it's not going to be easy to get there. That's a fine route, but I'll still need to pass through 2 infected districts. Well, this one should be easy to get through. The exit gate is like right on the other side of here. Also, since I'm here, can I go in the theater? It's locked. Should you be, is this really your priority? You know this is an infected district. You're tracking in dirt. I only just finished sweeping the spot. Okay. Why not? Would you mind telling me a bit about this building? The theater? What about it? The theater is the theater. And that's that. I'm a simple man. I got no time for any theaters, just trying to make ends meet. And he teleported. Maybe he was supposed to be over there. That would make more sense. I'm gonna run out of charges eventually.
Misophonia, Dankovsky.
Hope that wasn't so mad. Shabnak. Well, we are back in demo territory. This was the a part we've previously were allowed to play through.
Who are you?
Hi, who are you? Changeling, Clara. A strange little ragamuffin with hypnotic eyes. Simpletons claim she can hear with the laying on of hands. They also say she is the Shabnak's sister and harbinger of death. The vicissitudes of fame. I saw Clara in remote places no one else could reach, and at times it was as if she were in two places at once. Some vast presence lurks in her shadow. Who is she?
White birds are killed, yet black cats are beloved.
Stop. Look into my eyes. Don't move. Don't even turn your head. She won't touch you as long as there's a thread between us. Who is she? Shabnak. You know, that bony monstrosity you don't believe in? The one that's making your hand shake right now. You see her too? Impossible. She's my own private hallucination. My follies are very much un. That's not true, but it's good that you think so. The less you believe in her, the harder it is for her to get her hooks in you. Laughing at her would be ideal, honestly, but you don't have the guts for that. You're way too serious. Too serious? Alright, here's a serious question then. What do you think I'm seeing? Shabnak is the plague's body. The earth spit her out every few years, so she can walk through the town and cleanse it of corruption, of wicked thoughts, of weak people. Everyone believes something different on that front. Why you, with your head of solid oak wood, can see her is a very interesting question. Most people like you are completely blind. What ripped that hole in you, I wonder? Well, I don't remember. Now that's interesting. So there was something? A little pinprick from your past? A hangnail getting inflamed? Very interesting. I'd love to know more. Either way, whether you believe in her or not, she'll never stop following you. She likes you. I can tell from a mile away, but I'll teach you how to handle her. Take notes, scholar. I heed, O great wise sage. Rule number 1. You're no adversary for her. Your little revolver won't shoot her. Your little knife won't stab her. Can't stab a fairy tale, can you? And why would you even have a knife anyway? So all you can do is run. Fair enough. Finding a hallucination is like tilting at windmills. Yes, exactly. Keep thinking that. Good, scholar. And the prototype? What prototype? I have an experimental device prototype that's capable of dispersing plague miasma. Oh, we switched POVs. Let's say this vision, let's say it manifests as some kind of especially dense cloud of sandpest. If I shoot at it, it'll dissipate, which means the prototype can kill this Shabnak. There's no way your little device can kill a Shabnak. Neither bone nor metal can strike her down. Everyone knows that. How about compressed air and atomized particles of bile and belladonna? Do your myths say anything about pneumatic weapons? Thought not. They say a sign from Bolstero can stop her for a short while. When he sighs, he walks on tiptoe, careful not to wake him. If you exhale the right way, it will probably slow her down. So I can stop her with a shot from the prototype. Better than nothing. You believe that the inventions of your science can defeat the ancient truth of the steppe? Well then, scholar, give it a try. It'll be interesting to see. Now here's rule 2. She both loves and hates fire. She can't pass a bonfire without wanting to love and destroy it. So light bonfires. They'll slow her down. They spoke to me about bonfires a good deal at Town Hall as well. Rule 3. She's drawn to people who aren't hollow. You may be closed-minded and spiteful, but she still senses something in you. There's something you carry inside yourself. Some spark. In other words, there's no way she's going to forget about you. Once she's close, she'll never stop chasing you. Crafty the way you weave compliments and insults together. This one's so simple that I'm not even going to give it a number. If she catches you, she'll devour you. You might find a way to wriggle out of her embrace the first time, but definitely not the second. No arguments from me. Lingering beside a thick cloud of miasma must be deadly. And finally, you're probably not going to believe me. She eats away at most people's bodies, dries their skin, chews up their immune system, but you're not as easy to get to like someone's watching you from above, protecting you maybe. I don't know. From atop your polyhedron, it's stunningly tall. I don't know. Well, yes, I do know, but I don't understand. Feel free to disbelieve me. It doesn't matter. Just keep in mind, you won't get infected in a plague district like others do. Instead, you'll go insane, waste all your time, and then she'll eat you. That's how it will happen. You have a point. Just being in a plague district feels like having a maelstrom raging inside my head. She thinks she's my sister, and I think she's a monster made of bones. My hatred for her is stronger than all of yours combined. Be bold, Bachelor. There's no shame in running from her. Maybe you'll even get something done after all in the end. Thank you, girl. This has been a very strange conversation. Thing from the step. The prototype can slow her down. Bonfires can slow her down. I'm fucking insane right now.
I will kill you.
Well, let's speedrun this. Just, watch my health. Slow down a bit once I'm at Isidor's so that we can take a look at the Shabnak. Oh, she's here. Shall I continue? She is coming. We don't want to view what happens next. Deadly streets. The town is driving me insane. These already dangerous infected districts have declared war on me. My poor mind is stretching to breaking. I look at the architecture in this district and I see demons? A beatific girl in fishing net cape taught me how to deal with hallucinations. I don't think that makes me feel better, honestly. And here's Maria. We got to see her here in the demo. That's why I said I knew where she was earlier. The future atlases of the town's sky. I too used to stand in strange houses, sipping wine. Ardent admirers of Maria Kina's talent, for now. Hello, Maria. She's doing her mother's pose. Daughter of Victor and Nina. Eldest daughter of the Kains, Simon's niece. Her mother was a mistress, a woman said to wield mystical powers. Maria believed she was meant to walk the same path. She was followed everywhere by her signs. Young people who claimed to have aligned their fates with the constellations have mastered destiny itself. Her every gesture burned with untamed fire.
This has all happened before, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. I can't hear you. Speak my language. Don't pretend you don't know it. Are you alright? Do you need to sit down? Who dares open his mouth while the mistress is speaking? Daniil Dunkovsky, Bachelor of Medicine, at your service. And Daniil, no need to mock me. I haven't somehow forgotten you after 5 days. One does not forget the likes of you. I was just focused on the dialogue. The unexpectedness of your voice caught me off guard. That's all. And Daniil? It's an honorific, a sign of respect. Don't test my patience. Alright, I've interrupted you. You were in the middle of a conversation with whom? Oh, the house, of course. But the hindquarters were not built by us, the Kains. And this house is one of the oldest ones out here. It doesn't understand me, or rather, it pretends it doesn't. I hate hypocrites. Was that a metaphor? They've explained it to you already, haven't they? We, the mistresses, can feel certain things in a way simpler folk cannot. A trace of Uncle Simon's hands still lingers in this house. It's here, very close, still warm. I can feel it. But the door's locked and broken, and the house won't give me nothing freely. Tell me more, whatever you can. I don't know. Uncle was a very close friend of Isidor Burakh, or a rival. True friendship is indistinguishable from rivalry, and I can feel his life is still smoldering in this house, in some object or a living memory. Perhaps he's even there himself. Simon's alive and in hiding? No, I don't believe this kind of luck. Although... Oh, never mind. It no longer matters anyway. What I'm doing is stupid, and what you're doing, even more so. You're investigating in your own way. That's not stupid. That's not my point, Daniel. There are traces of Uncle Simon in this house and the whole town. In the polyhedrin, in the people, even in the street layouts. Great people don't die, they just scatter into myriad reflections. But we, his poor descendants, won't ever be able to put them back, because tomorrow shall not come. The people locked in Town Hall thought so too, but we've broken out. We'll be suffocated by walls of reeking bodies. Shabnak will devour our tomorrow. When you sleep tonight, the apnea demon will descend upon you, and you'll lie there, frozen, staring at the ceiling forever. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I had a dream. I've seen every calendar in town stop at number 5. Tomorrow shall not come. It shall not come. The situation with the contagion is indeed critical. Perhaps you're right in your own way. Our dreams are not the same. I am a mistress. I can see the truth. Tomorrow shall not come. If only you'd acted differently. If you'd opened the hospital, taken charge of the emergency command, searched for answers, perhaps things would have been different. But you've missed your every chance, and so have I. So what do we do now? Go to the Stillwater. Say goodbye to Eva. Gaze up at the starry sky before you sleep. Write a letter. Get in touch with something you hold dear before the end. I hope to say goodbye to Uncle Simon. Forgive me, Maria. It's true that I haven't done everything I could have. Although, you know, Daniel, this was in my dream too. I stood in this house, right here. Uncle Simon breathed behind the closed door, and I told you that tomorrow would not come. It was important to tell you that, for some reason. I can't shake the feeling that there's still some chance, some opportunity I overlooked. I must find it. The Kains. The family heiress wanders to town, barges into houses, touches walls, and utters vague prophecies. She won't help me. Peculiar signs. Maria Kina, Simon's niece, brought her entourage to Simon's house. They appear to be enacting some ancient ritual. Doomed gaze. Maria claims the town will perish tomorrow, and I think she's right. Too late. Isidor's house fell silent with its master's death. His study is on the 2nd floor. Simon's closest friend and ally was the local healer Isidor Burakh. Perhaps he knows something of his fate. Well, as we did get to see this section in the demo, there is indeed
The cinematograph stops.
a trace of Simon here. A hand behind a closed door. Let's just walk away. Anyway, this was about where the demo ended. What happened in the demo was apathy would just go crazy high, and then it would take you to the next scene and the game would end. Something we didn't get to see is Sticky. Oh, I'm dying. I mean, we got to see him, but we didn't really get to speak with him. Okay. Sticky. Orphan and Sneak. One of the children Isidor Burakh surrounded himself with in his final days. Perhaps that's why Sticky couldn't let go of his legacy, or his heir. He got his nickname from his big head on a thin neck, and his habit of flaring up at the first sign of adventure. There are dozens of such restless teenagers in town. I don't think this one is special. Is this really why he got his name? I thought Sticky was kind of a, like, you know, he's a thief. He's got sticky hands. He's literally good with lockpicks. As we see here.
Their murderer is a step demon. a Shabanak Adik. I just know it.
I love seeing the kids again. You son of a barnacle. Lost the pin again. Maybe move it to the left. Hey, what you doing here? Go take a breather. I told you I'd call you a lot when I'm done. Oh, he actually said that. Hey, sign. What you doing here? Go take a breather. I told you I'd call you a lot in when I'm done. What did you call me? A sign? You must have taken me for someone else. Huh? You're no sign, are you? Or a very new one, at least. Did Maria put a spell on you already? You want to follow her everywhere, doing whatever she tells you? If you do, then you're a sign. I'm still wondering that myself. Me? I don't want to, or I thought I didn't. Then she asked me to break into dead Master Burakh's house. And I just ran here, skipping all the way. Isidor Burakh is dead? What are you, born yesterday? Deader than dead can be. It's been days already. I have no idea how I missed that kind of news. Don't just stand there. Shut the door for me, will ya? Right here, near the hinge. You're heavy. It might just work. Does the door refuse to yield, little burglar? What do you think, I'm some dimwit? The front one took me 3 minutes, tops. The main study, though, that won't budge. It's as if they broke the lock especially so no one can open it, and blocked the door from the inside to boot. Ah. Come on now, to the left. This again. Now I've broken my favorite pick, too. Is there something important inside that study? Of course there is. The clues. It was the murderer who closed it, I tell ya. So no one can investigate anything. So Master Burakh stays unavenged. It can't be a coincidence, all of this. If nothing else, Isidor was a doctor, and he dies right before the plague comes, and his study is locked. You know how it was? The house was open all the way until the funeral. Then the killer knew he had to lock it. Because they all understood it at the funeral. Not everyone grows 4 new arms after death, you know. That beast's claw, too. Only happens if you fought for your life, tooth and nail. Indeed, it may be possible to determine the cause of death by the body's appearance, but Isidor's been buried already, hasn't he? It's been 3 days he's been in the ground. It's all over now. The killer, he was skulking here that very day. Seen him with my own 2 eyes, I did. Because I wasn't at the funeral like everyone else. Still, couldn't track him down. Ah. You've seen the murderer? Who was it? Did you recognize him? I'm not telling you. You don't care one bit about Master Burakh. All these days, you were cool as a cucumber that he's dead, that he's murdered. For you, Master Burakh was just some old man who wrote you a letter to the capital about magical, mystical Simon. And he was the best of them all. Hey, calm down. Why are you so fiery all of a sudden? I just want to help you, that's all. And who the heck are you? Walking around here all high and mighty? And you did nothing. Bear, he came with you too, and they killed his father. And he was the one they accused of it. Imagine that. And 5 days after, look where you are, and look where Bear is. I think I know who Bear is. Yeah, everyone's better than me. Do you know how many times I've heard that just today? I'll find Master Burakh's killer on my own. Or with Bear, maybe. Because we cared for him, and you never did. You care about Simon Kain, don't you? Have you ever thought he might be right behind this stubborn door, eh? What would Simon be doing there, especially if he's dead? Master Burakh, they buried him at least. Simon, they didn't. Someone stole him. You didn't know that, huh? No one did. The Kains thought they'd be able to keep it a secret. Not from me, though. What if Simon's body is right here? I'll find it then. Not you. If I can finally defeat this door, that is. Simon's body has disappeared. I'm not the only one taking interest in his death, then. Oh, I can't help you open the door, maybe? I could kick it. I could kick a door. Isidor's study was closed on the 2nd day. The lock jammed. I see, okay. I cannot investigate it. Wait, we have day 2 thoughts now. Isidor is dead, killed on the very day I arrived, the same day Simon died. This town's darkest hour. My darkest hour. Isidor's killer was seen on the second day, but the trail has gone as long as it's gone cold. I cannot catch him. Isidor's body was buried on the second day. I can't examine it. It's clear. Dead end. It's clear. This is a lost case. I can't save the town. I can't save the Nanica. I can't find Simon. There's only one way out. Ruben's dead. Bad Grief is dead. So what's this? Buried secrets. After burial, Isidor's body is inaccessible for examinations. To exhume it means to bring both the wrath of the entire kin and town authorities upon myself. Uh-oh. And it's day 2 in which the Bachelor disturbs the earth twice. Today, the late Isidor Burakh is being buried. Do I have a chance to examine his body before that? I think he dug up Isidor. On the day 2, someone barricaded Isidor's study. If only I came here in the morning. Alas, that day I found no time to visit my colleague. Or did I come too late and run into a locked door? Young Sticky allegedly saw Isidor's killer returning to his victim's house. If only I could track him. Even if I believe these tales, why do I need Isidor's killer? Let the authorities deal with him. I needed Isidor alive. Well then, what's my next objective? Isidor Burakh worked behind this door, writing prescriptions and letters. Oh, I see what's going on now. We've exhausted all our, things we can do today. We've realized it's all futile. And now we're picking up from where the demo ended. So this is what I was saying. This is what happened at the demo. Apathy consumes us. The end. Apathy has reached its peak, and the will to fade, and the will to live fades. The last hope is to hold on to a thought. My hand reaches for the final bullet. I must act before it's too late. The town will perish tomorrow. So says the logic. You abandoned the Nanica for the town. All threads have torn. Maybe it's time to give up? Nozenkovsky, have courage! Maybe you can save yourself there, but I can't read that fast. Yep. And this was where the demo pretty much ended, after we spoke to Tragedian here. What troubles you, Seigneur? Your day is over. I just shot myself. Why are we talking? You stand inside a mirrored chamber. Look, one glass in which you shot yourself, more still in which your life goes on. This place allows a man to choose among the possibilities. I don't understand. You're free to pick the one in which you shot yourself, and end your story there, or you can choose to defy death and give it one more try. Your business in the living world remains unfinished, no? I was looking for Simon, but I failed. There's not enough of me for this. Then let us say you did not shoot yourself. Too much left still to do, and not enough for you. Your goal will pull you back to life, a hook lodged in your cheek. If you too soon depart, who will be there to bear this burden? An unfortunate metaphor, the fate of a fish caught on a hook is to be gutted and made into a bowl of ukka. An ukka, Seigneur? What's that? Never mind. You said I could go back? Go back. In here, your deeds are still undone. Your whereabouts still unknown. Are you a body lying, bleeding on the ground? Or will you give that clock a closer look? What about the clock? Is it somehow special? The clock is common as can be, but what you'll do with it is not. How the hell does that work? It is as if I'm caught in the logic of a dream, but it all feels real. If it really is a dream, I'll be sorely disappointed. Does it matter? I don't know, really. It feels like nothing really matters anymore. Stuck in limbo, with everything running in circles and no way out. You're short on fighting spirit, then. Have care. It's scarcely been a day, and you are already giving up. Tell me, what is your reason to be here? I presume you know. I wanted to meet Simon Kain, but I came too late. He was already dead. Cold. I didn't know shadows could get cold. You seek to understand what's happening to you, but cold is what you are. For now. Again, where do you find yourself? What is this place? Somehow, I feel as if I am in several places at once, as if I'm giving a statement on the day's events at the capital, while at the same time standing here, acting and recounting my actions at the same time, and now it seems I can leap across days. What should I make of that? You come out of the shadows by degrees, Seigneur. Indeed, it is as if you are at once both here and there. This thought of time as a mere line entraps your mind. In truth, you are as free as ever. At once you're here in the capital, one foot on yesterday, another on tomorrow. So that's how it is. I ask for clarity, I get smoke and mirrors. No smoke, but many mirrors, sir. To free yourself, you have to break the glass. By the way, what's that moving picture there? Makes me uneasy. Camera Lumina, one of Simon's ruminations. For now, pay it no mind. You'll understand in time. You're right about that. My head is spinning ahead, and the minute hand it keeps spinning with it. This is one of Simon's things? Interesting. Oh, I can't look at my thoughts. Even though it gave me a thought. Anyway. I've been told to break mirrors. We're gaining amalgam. That's gonna be our time travel resource.
Now, 1,000 fragments of Dankovsky.
How much do we need? You want to step aside and let me use the clock yet?
Stop staring at me. Push over.
That seems like it. Okay, we have now truly deviated from the demo. We're now in uncharted territory, even though we saw some uncharted territory, but we're completely free now. Free from what we know to come. But we're back in the Stillwater, and it's still day 5. I wonder where Eva is. New formulations. Pharmacies are closed and supplies are running out. But with my equipment, I'll be able to create almost anything I need. Yeah, there's all kinds of crafting stations here. I'm sure we'll use them all in time. Prepare the projectile. Load the prototype. You're not Eva. Hi, Yulia. Yulia Luricheva, the Fatalist. She came from the capital with the One Eurotex, an organization that built the western part of the town. Many of the town's oddities are explained by their decisions. Yulia immediately struck me as an intelligent, rational, and unhappy person.
Research. Verb. To research. To seek out again what others have already found.
Literally seeing every single Bound member, it just makes me so happy. Got a cigarette? Afraid not. Pity. There are no cigarettes left in town. There's almost nothing left, really. But I miss cigarettes especially. Are you a friend of Eva's? Forgive me, I'm still getting acquainted with the guests of this house. So you don't remember me? Well, I should have expected that. You're probably beset with new demands every minute. Forgive me, you're right. So much has piled up, and everyone wants something from me. I'm Yulia Luricheva. 2 days ago, you came to my house, the Trammel, and promised to put in a good word for me with the Kains, to make sure they don't exile me from the town. Ah, yes, of course I remember you. I'm afraid I haven't had the chance to speak with the Kains yet, but I will certainly get around to it. I see you're not in the mood, but I thought we had an agreement. I gave you a lead, and you give me your word. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Yulia. A lead, you say? Interesting. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, 2 days ago, huh? I'll need to remember that. A couple days ago, I made some promise to Yulia Larichiva that I didn't keep. I could do better. Femme Fatalist. Eva's friend is waiting for me in the Stillwater's living room. The past shades the future. I need to find a mechanical clock to restart time. Sounds easy. As easy as anything else I've done in this town. Another way, if only I could have done things differently. Well, what could I have become? The Bachelor's mind is certainly becoming clouded here. Crowded, rather. Hi, Eva! Eva Yan, Canary in a Cage. The Stillwater is a failed observatory converted into a guest house. One day, Eva Yan just settled there. She wasn't driven out because the Stillwater, according to locals, strangely changes people, and someone had to bear its attention. By the time I arrived, they arranged a room for me at the Stillwater. I saw Eva every day. She almost never went outside.
I need sleep.
You're back! Thank God. When you didn't come home last night, I was beside myself. Then word reached me that you were in jail, and I calmed down. I knew they'd let you out. Tell me, have you noticed anything unusual lately? There's something rustling in the house's walls. Mice, I suppose, or ghosts. Have you seen them? Whom? The mice or the ghosts? I don't think it's ghosts. They don't live in walls, usually. As a rule, they live in clocks. Do you know why? They eat time. You're the second person talking to me about clocks today. Interesting. And who was the first one? Shadow. I can never tell whether you're messing with me or just kidding. I'm just trying to figure out what is this place, the Stillwater. There isn't much to figure out. The Stillwater is still the safest place in the world. As long as you are in the Stillwater, nothing can harm you. That's why I prefer staying in here as much as I can. I've heard a different story. I've heard something isn't right with this house, like people can't stay in here for too long. I don't know. I'm just fine here. You too, don't look like having gone mad yet. Or have you? Hard to tell. Maybe I have, or maybe it's just me being exhausted. I'm dead tired, just want to get some sleep. Sleep is death's little brother. Who told you this nonsense? You did. That doesn't sound like me at all. When did I say that? Every day. You're moaning about wanting to sleep on a daily basis. And it's high time I move from words to action. Should I sleep? I can see the past. Amalgam is required to recall the past. Amalgam is needed both for the Bachelor's past and the player's past. Loading a save requires payment. It can be obtained by smashing mirrors. I don't think I'm ready. I need to find a mechanical clock to restart time. Sounds easy. Well, what if I go to bed? Can I continue on to the next day? Am I really just free? To go anywhere? That feels wrong. I've been given too much choice. I mean, I'm tired. How does this work exactly? I didn't skip any time. I see. Okay. I can't rest that long though. Will I die if I go to this save? I mean, I don't want to die. I mean, this time? Let's go to this time. Because why is that the end? Because it'll start the next day, right? I mean, my health is fine. There's no reason I should die. The end of the day has come, in which a scene unfolds. Eva has something to say.
Forget-me-not, a tiny yellow flower, isn't it?
What was that outside? A stretch of the Gorkin has always been the quietest, but now it feels like the angry mob is building their barricades in the garden. It's just the actors. They're performing their pantomimes right here. I was surprised too. I see. So the stage and the audience are here now. They say the town's life is built around the bull enterprise, the production of meat, but it feels more like it's built around the theater. Have you ever wondered what theater produces? I don't know. Meaning and values, like any art? Mark once told me that theater produces the spectator. Supply creates demand? It should be simple for you. You're a scientist. The observer affects the experiments. Only in the theater, there are observers on both sides. Some observe the stage, and others observe from the stage. They're almost watching us through the windows. Irritating. Now that I know they're not vigilantes, I'm happy to see them. Mark is right. Watching something defines it. A spectator may think they're uninvolved, but that's a lie. At this rate, we'll end up saying the spectator is also the author. In part, but also its subject. That's exactly why I'm far removed from art. Real life and performance are mirrors that oppose each other. They endlessly repeat reflections, but in truth, they just capture the light that exists somewhere beyond. I sometimes can't tell if you're talking about transcendence or physics. Still, about the theater. You know, I once thought Immortal was Mark's pseudonym, and it was, well, a bit much, but it turned out to be his real last name. That's interesting. I mean, I never doubted that. If there's one thing I don't believe in, it's immortality in art. In 100 years, today's pantomimes won't make sense to anyone, and they'll stop being interesting even sooner. You contradict yourself. If your dream comes true and people stop dying, why wouldn't they understand our plays in 100 years? I haven't thought about that. First, I'll find a way to free people from death, and then in my spare time, I'll ponder what follows. It seems the actors have quieted down and we can finally get some sleep. I wonder how long they'll be besieging me. Until I develop a taste for it, and become the specter they want to make of me. Time travel is now available today, through all clocks in town. It just gave me 100 amalgam. So something's going on outside then? Yulia's still here. Whoa, what? Where are we? Are we shrunken down in the theater? Is this what happens at the end of the day? Whoa, this is so cool. Should I go to the theater? Is the town safe to traverse at the end of the day? I don't have, mind state. Day's drawing to an end. I need to get to the Stillwater to Eva. This is so cool. Oh my god, there's the stage.
The town dribbles.
Yeah, there's no, apathy. Oh, here we go. Is this tonight's pantomime? Can I join them? Well, this is interesting. This is genuinely like a stage. Like a play. Oh, but I think there's one thing it wants me to do now. And that is, use some amalgam. But what day should we go to? I mean, is it wrong to want to see things chronologically? I keep getting told that I miss stuff early on. So assuming I just played through the game at a normal rate, I mean, assuming I played through the game chronologically and I actually did everything, shouldn't I have a better picture? Anyway, I am tempted to see what the rest of day 1 entails. And I know that I do have to go back early because I need to be there at the town hall meeting. Let's do day 2. Because I don't want to play through the day 1, which I've already played through. Oh, hello. We're back here again.
Reverence for hierarchy, idolatrous veneration, and other useful life skills.
You've been going on about the second day. What are you implying exactly? According to our information, there was no plague in the town yet. There was nothing to research besides the still water and its charming mistress. The plague didn't appear out of the blue. The outbreak struck on the 3rd day. But that means it was already brewing on the 2nd. How can you be sure of that? In fact, here's a report in your own hand. The latent stage lasts 5 to 8 hours. The town was still clean on the 2nd day. The report is correct about the latent stage, but the town wasn't clean. You cannot possibly know whether the town was clean on the 2nd day or not. You hadn't opened the hospital yet. You understand nothing about the sand plague. And pardon my frankness, but I'm not interested in your hypothesis or speculations. I need hard facts. I did open the hospital on the 3rd day. Why don't you tell me about that then? Why don't you tell me about that then? And then we'll see if there's any merit to your musings about the genesis of the plague. Oh, I guess I had less choice than I thought I did. If you just let me tell the story how I see fit, we'd settle this matter sooner. Actually, Inspector, would you like to hear a bit more about me getting my microscope back on the 1st day?
Who's the murderer? Why, you.
You're at it again, Doctor. I asked you not to drown me in trivialities. Are you going to complain about children staring at your microscope again? Your arrival in town doesn't interest me. I'm only interested in what matters. By matters, I suspect you mean whatever helps you build a case against me. And you, it seems, take me for your memoryist. A dear friend to whom you can entrust your life story from its very dawn. But something very important happened on the 1st day. It concerns Simon. Simon Kain is quite a fascinating character, but for our purposes, he's more than secondary. By the time you arrived, he was already dead, as I understand it. And that's your mistake, Inspector. You're looking at the past all wrong. Simon is a central figure in my story. You still can't fit my key point into that bright head of yours, esteemed Bachelor. You chased after some old man's riddle and spat on the fate of tens of thousands of people. That's where your guilt lies. And now it's the same thing. We investigated the plague. The plague. The town. Only they matter, not Simon. Who gave you the right to decide what matters and what doesn't? A special commission. Is Simon connected to the plague? No. Is his death connected? Also no. Until you draw that connection for me, I don't want to hear about your white whale hunt. What I do What I do want to hear about is criminal negligence. Fine, let's talk about the other days first. Okay, I assume I'll just get similar dialogues with him. But he's interested in hearing day 3, in which the bell tolls. I assume eventually I'll get through to him maybe and be like, oh, well, there really was something really important on day 1. But for now, we're being handheld. Into day 3. Oh. Was this not what you wanted to talk about?
And last year's demographic survey. Garcon. Where is it even?
Where is it even? You are, I beg your pardon, trying to deceive me, time and again. Sure enough, it isn't in my power to forbid you. Lying. Errare humanum est. And one can also, shall we say, be mistaken with no ill intent. But as far as formal logic is concerned, you are constantly feeding me something that can only be described as falsehood. I never lie. What do we have next? Day 3, the crucial one. The day the town elites were to appoint the Health Inspector General, the person to lead the fight against the epidemic. You were absent. That's a lie. I took the full burden of responsibility. Pathologic 3, the entire game is actually just us gaslighting the inspector. Do you admit that this whole thing with Simon Kain was nothing but an excuse? They wanted to shut down your lab, and you just shirked your responsibilities, scuttling away to the back of beyond and abandoning your brainchild for your junior colleagues to deal with. The captain was the first to desert the sinking ship. I will never admit to that. And putting such nonsense in my mouth is petty, I have to say. Oh, you're baring your teeth. How cute. Let's say I suspend my disbelief for a moment. You claim you led the emergency command dealing with the epidemic. But what about a hospital? Why didn't you open a hospital in the town? I can only explain that as deliberate sabotage. I did open one. According to my information, there was no hospital building in town. Here, take a look. You're right, there was no dedicated building for a hospital. That's why I opened it in a rather unexpected location. Oh wait, that ends dialogue, this one doesn't. Who are your mysterious informants? People. They see everything, Denkovsky. They also lie all the same. That was another discovery I made at the hospital, by the way. Okay. Beginning of the day? Terrible vengeance? Fugitive? On the 3rd day, Reuben was hiding in the warehouses. He was planning something. He was afraid of something. Terrible vengeance. I wasn't the only one who found Reuben's hideout. On this day, the attackers tracked him down and killed him. It says I can click to alter the course of events? I don't understand what I'm doing. So I can reset this quest? Or if I click it, it turns red. I don't understand. Let's leave it red. And I guess let's start the day. If you start the day, the progress of the selected events will reset. You'll be able to start them anew. Okay, that sounds good to me. With no mistakes. Keep an eye on Amalgam. Without it, death will be the end. The entire story will have to start over? That is an insane punishment. What? Day 3 in which the bell tolls. Okay, well, with that, we're going to end it. If I run out of Amalgam, the entire game has to be restarted, apparently. But, we've played through a good chunk. We've played through day 5. Although, probably not the canon version of day 5. Our incorrect version of Day 5, in which the Bachelor utterly failed. And next we'll be moving on to Day 3, in which the bell tolls, and it seems like we're already partially through this day because the bell is currently tolling. But, I guess we have to majorly make sure to run around and smash mirrors, because amalgam is apparently a big deal. Maybe we'll find out more next time. But that is it for today, guys. Thank you all for being here and hanging out. I hope you guys are enjoying so far, because I know I am. And I'll see you in the next one.